introduce our first esteemed panelist, Mr. Umesh Hota. Umesh is the President HR at Ultratech Cement. It is the flagship company of Aditya Birla Group. Ultratech is the third largest cement producer in the world, excluding China. So I think this is very important that it's a large Indian multinational. He's a senior HR journalist with 30 years of experience and expertise in merger and acquisition management, employee relation, talent acquisition, creating and reconstructing business in multi-local and multicultural environment. As we all know that Ultratech Cement is a diversified big group, large group in various countries. So I think his learning and his wisdom will be very important for all of us today. And he will also represent the manufacturing sector, which was severely hit both in the first wave and the second wave. So Umesh, my question to you is, what challenges did lockdown pose to your supply chain system and how did you respond to it? And also reverse migration became a national issue, a very hot issue, political issue. And how did it impact your business continuity? And how were you able to survive that major challenge? And also, can you highlight some of the key changes you adopted to not only survive, but I think strive for growth in the future? Over to you, Umesh.
Gaurav, thank you very much. And you asked a couple of questions together. So let me take the liberty of answering in a manner so that all your questions get answered. Now, before I get on to that, a very good evening to you, my co-panelists, Sanjay, Nandini, Mukesh and Rakesh, and all the participants who have taken their time off and decided to listen to us. And I consider it as an investment of their time. So thank you very much. Now, let me get into a little broader perspective. When we talk about pandemic, COVID-19, one virus, its variants, etc., created a chaos. They created a chaos in most of the countries in the world. Some countries have been able to come out of it. Some countries are still struggling. Those countries which feel that they have come out of it, it's still a question mark. So for me, pandemic or COVID-19, we should not look at the learnings. We should not look at it as a pandemic only or limit ourselves to pandemic. For me, this pandemic was an unusual situation. We have not handled that kind of a situation in the past. At least people of my generation, it's a unique situation. Never before. It's an unprecedented situation and it's an unknown situation. So that's the kind of situation we got confronted with. It came to us in our generation through pandemic. It can come in various other forms also. We have seen 2009 economic downturn. It was a similar kind of a situation, may not be of that magnitude, but it was a similar kind of a situation. The geopolitics around the world is changing, and tomorrow there could be war and there could be wars of a different nature, which the mankind has never experienced. There could be flood. As we are speaking today, Germany is such a developed country which has never experienced flood is experiencing flood. So the uncertainty, the unusual situation, unique situation, unprecedented situation can come to us in any form. And the way we responded to pandemic, or I would say the successful behavior that we have demonstrated during the pandemic, will be also useful in any such kind of uncertain and uncommon situation. And that's what I would like to place before the panel and before the participant first. So pandemic is one such situation, and the learning should be utilized for any kind of unusual, uncommon situation that we encounter. And I foresee that such situation, the frequency, 2009, World War was long time back, 2009 economic downturn, then 2021. So the gap in future is possibly going to reduce. Now, what is important in such situation is how do you respond? You don't have any control on the situation. Who created virus, we do not know, but virus came to us. And also we know that the mankind, whatever we talk about medical development, etc., we took more than a year to get vaccine. So the situation you don't have any control, but where you have complete control is how do you respond? And that's the key. How do you respond is the key. Uh, do you respond with a knee-jerk reaction without considering all the factors? Or do you take a very considered view? And I'll now come to Ultratech and give you a little bit of business perspective and share some of the learnings. In financial year 2020, when pandemic hit at the end, sometime in end of March, we got hit by pandemic. We did a business of 42,124 crores. That was our turnover. Financial year 2021 is most part of it, or I would say the entire FY21 was under pandemic. And we did a business of 44,725 crores, which is a growth of 2,000 crores. The turnover grew by 2,600 crores. So we grew during this time. The share price, another indication which the whole world takes it as an expression of confidence. Our share price in February 2020 was 4,000 to 4,500 rupees. That's where we were parked at. In March 2020, when the pandemic came in, it slided down to 3,000 to 3,500 rupees. As we are speaking today, on 16 July, Gaurav will be happy to know that our share price is 7,320. We are more than double. So what I'm trying to tell you is that pandemic, we handled it so well that the industry expressed their confidence on us, the investors expressed their confidence on us, the stakeholders expressed their confidence on us, and we grew phenomenally. In an industry, manufacturing was worst hit, you said it very rightly, in an industry which is into construction, and construction was the first thing that stopped in most of the cities, but we grew. Now let me share with you what did we do, or very specifically, how did we respond? Since you have said the time is limited, I'll limit myself to a few key points. So initial days was days of confusion. Government says stopped all factories. So we stopped. So what did we tell ourselves? At that point of time, we told ourselves that we don't know, except that you do not know what you are going to confront. Be curious. Try to understand. Understand. Learn from the situation. And then respond very, very conservatively. Respond conservatively, respond consciously, respond thoughtfully. These are the few things we told to ourselves. And then when we did the business closure, we closed business or the factories in a manner so that there is no incident, no safety related incident. We learned from global giants. China was infected before us. We might blame China, but there were companies when COVID infected India, there were companies in China which were running it well. One learning we picked up from those Chinese partners was that treat everybody who is coming into your factory as COVID infected. The moment you treat him, you take all precaution, your business runs. So that was one key learning. The second thing that we learned is that be prepared for the worst. And that preparedness really made us agile, made us respond in a holistic manner. We connected with dealers and distributors. We took that as an opportunity to connect with dealers and distributors. We said, we will provide you healthcare. We tried to talk to them about their emotional well-being because they are suffering. Their business is closed. We extended our helping hand and we bonded our relationship very strongly. And it took us a month or two to get benefit out of that. And it, in fact, delivered business result. We said, who are the critical people in the factory? Security, and they are the migrant labor. Secure, because you need to keep the plant secure. Second category of employees who are important is medical. We learned it very early. We trained them well. We motivated them well. We made them certified with the WHO certification program as to how to treat COVID patients. So this is one initiative that we did. Then coming to logistics, because you asked about logistics, we treated every truck that came into our factory, every truck driver and helper to be COVID infected. Are they infected? We do not know. But we assumed they are infected. And that's how we protected our employees. We did not allow any driver or helper to come down from the truck. They were inside the truck, even though they are inside the factory for 4 hours. At times it takes 4 hours for loading and unloading, but they cannot come down from the truck. They will always wear masks. If they're placing their mask down, they will be suddenly alerted. Now we give them food inside the truck to eat. When they were leaving the factory, we gave food for 2 people. We said, don't come down on the way. You have your food. We extended that helping hand to them. We called faculties of global repute to train our employees. For example, Ram Sharan. I can't get him for a training program. It's too expensive. But when I'm organizing a program for Aditya Birla Group, I can afford him. He can sit at his home in the US and can address our employees. So we invested hugely on learning, exposed our employees to faculties of global excellence. And those learning, the benefit of those we are getting now. On reverse migration, we studied reverse migration very closely. And we said, who are these people? Mostly they are the people who work using their hands, brawn rather than brain. So they are construction workers who were point of our interest. So the construction worker, when they leave from the cities, because the construction is stopped, where are they going? They're going to small towns and their small villages. Now, what will they do when they go to their villages? They will certainly work and they will do construction. And the home builders in villages who had stopped construction, were withholding their construction for a long time, will get cheap labor and they will restart construction. Government projects shifted from towns to villages. If you recently have seen, our defense minister inaugurated a large number of roads on the border area. So Atal Tunnel got inaugurated during COVID. So the government shifted their projects from cities and towns and highways to remote areas. So we shifted our focus to remote areas. We said all our colleagues in cities and towns who are involved in sales and marketing, we said, let's learn how to sell in villages. So we trained them, retrained them, and recasted our organization structure during that time. We established our image as a caring company to the community. We extended all kinds of helps to the people in the vicinity. So all those activities or all the responses, very well thought out responses that we carefully chose during this COVID time,